Hey guys, so the big question is, why would anyone shoot Charlie Kirk? That's the big question. Immediately we were told, it was the Democrats that did that because they're evil and they're bloodthirsty. Both sides commit political violence. Let's not forget, in Minnesota, 4 Dems were just shot. 2 of them died by a MAGA. All 3 attempts on Trump's life were MAGAs. So you can't say that political violence is a Dem thing. It happens all the time, especially more so lately. But we were told immediately that the perpetrator must have been an evil Democrat. Now, Charlie Kirk was pro-gun. He was at a school talking about school shootings, right? He was debating, and he was on the side of the guns and saying that there's going to have to be deaths to protect your right to bear arms. So we're then going to assume that the person that shot him is probably a liberal, an anti-gun liberal, right? But does that make any sense? An anti-gun liberal shoots him with a gun from almost 2 football fields away and hits him in the jugular, right? So that's a hell of a shot. That doesn't sound like an anti-gun person to me. It doesn't sound like that fits the bill. So why would somebody shoot Charlie Kirk? My thought, and the thing that strikes out as me, is Charlie Kirk, though he's a big fan of President Trump, his whole career was based upon releasing the Epstein files. He demanded that the government release the Epstein files in full and put them on a special website that all Americans could see it. That's what Charlie Kirk was talking about. He said files had most likely been deleted already, destroyed, and possibly Pam Bondi did it. He said these things on video, and you can find them. And that was like 2 weeks ago, and or 10 days ago, one I saw from him demanding the full release of the Epstein files and saying that there was a cover-up within the Trump administration. That's why I think Charlie Kirk was assassinated. Because look at the benefits now, right? He gets a jugular. Everybody sees it. It's in public. It's on video. It changes. Right that same day, all the Republicans, every single Republican in office right now, voted against releasing the Epstein files. That you didn't hear anything about. You heard about Charlie getting shot. Now, Charlie was pro. In fact, the Trump administration had even told him to stop talking about Epstein files. And then he gets killed just like that. And they blame the Democrats on it. It doesn't quite fit to me. Who would benefit the most from that? Trump. Because Charlie was turning Trump's followers away from him by making them suspicious of Trump's motives. There's no good reason to not release the Epstein files. We know Trump is in the Epstein files, and he's in it quite a bit, because it took 1,000 FBI officers to scrub his name from the FBI files at his command, no less. And they still haven't released them, which tells me that there's so much of Trump in the Epstein files that you can't get around him to actually read them. He's only released 1% of the Epstein files so far, and most of it was stuff that we already had released or knew already and is highly redacted. So in my opinion, Trump had Charlie shot so he'd stop talking and telling MAGA to release the Epstein files. He blames it on the Dems because he's trying to control the news. And then Fox News is on there immediately calling for retaliation because they want you to be at war with the Democrats. I'm an independent, by the way. But they want the Republicans and Democrats to battle because then you're not thinking. Give me one reason why the Epstein files haven't been released so far. We know Trump's in them. We know two children at the time, 13 and 14 years old, have already testified in court that Trump violently raped them multiple times. Forgot about that, right? 3 other Epstein victims said, take a look at Trump. You need to look at him. That's 5 Epstein victims have directly implicated Donald Trump in raping children. Jeffrey Epstein's brother had a independent autopsy done on the body, which determined it was most likely murder, not suicide. And Jeffrey Epstein's own brother believes that Trump is the one that was responsible for it. Not to mention, and he said so on tape, and you can look that up yourself, not to mention there's missing minutes in the videotape that they originally said they didn't have. And when they look at it, they see not 1, but 2 other people that were cut out of there. Like people, like a flash of orange and a flash of black. So that means there were 2 other people involved. I think Epstein was murdered, and it's a cover-up. What do you think? Leave a comment, hit like and subscribe if you dig what I'm talking about. If not, that's fine too. Have a good day.